here. Because the Ratcliffe has chosen to decorate Old Trafford with almost twice the capital it would take to open a new refinery. $1 billion for Old Trafford, 600 million for a new refinery, not here in Grangemouth, but across the water that the UK government left. 600 million underwritten by the UK government to open a refinery in Antwerp. It's disgusting. So political choices, your so-called partner government have underwritten £1.6 billion for Ineos. Investment to go with is £12.5 billion debt. The business is bankrupt, and we're signing off on another £1.6 billion. Now it would cost, we all know, refurbishing and renewing costs less than building new. So if they can afford £600 billion to build in Antwerp, they can afford to keep this place open. Oh, but Keir Starmer, or is it Kid Starmer? Kid Starmer has just announced 200 million. 200 million. But the devil is in the detail. The detail is there will be 200 million apparently if they can find matching funding. So they have spent the last 2 months telling the workers in Ineos that they were going to the wall. And they had £200 million in their back pocket all the time. A wee history about British Petroleum. Grangemouth was built in 1924 by us, by the public purse. I'm coming to that. In 24, the BP, then known as Anglo-Persian Oil Company, was primarily owned by the British government. So we built it with public money, and BP acquired a controlling stake in the company during World War I by seizing the assets of a German-owned company and selling them to Anglo-Persian. So could we not, under justification of a national asset, seize the bloody place back? So, this refinery was at one point a national asset. It belongs to us. Not only was it Scotland's oil, it was Scotland's refinery. And so began the great resource robbery when they stole Scotland's oil. Scotland's oil was robbed to fund the mass unemployment in that bitch Thatcher's era, to build London, the Dubai of England. We'll just swim back there. The great power robbery is starting all over again. Now Scotland's green energy bonanza has been paid not in Scotland, but directly past Scotland and coming ashore at Tyneside or any feckin' where along the English coast. We say no more. Salvo have already informed the UK government. We will seek reparations for the pillage of the past, and we now inform the UK each and every penny of spoils you remove from our country, we will sue for its return with interest. So on that basis, we will gain our freedom. Salvo and Liberation Scotland have signed a memorandum of understanding with a human rights and advocacy group in Geneva just last week. We have taken our debate, our purpose, our reason to be here out of the UK bubble and placed it directly on the European continent and seeking international support. We are on the way, folks. In the history of liberation movements, none have failed to reach their goal. There are many still working at their goal, but they will not fail, because by setting up a liberation movement, we go on. When we fall, somebody comes behind us. We will not and never give up.
Never.
This will happen. I'm going to close with a couple of poems and let somebody else take over the mic. I've been known to hog it a few times.
No karaoke, Pat. Thank Christ. That made you speak silent.
So, concentrate here, concentrate.
I've got
So there's a couple of, I've used a couple of poems from when Charlie Macaulay Robertson and irreplaceable Mr. Donald Anderson from the Scottish Socialists, but his words are just fantastic. But from Charlie Macaulay Robertson, Ravenscraig fell without a fight, and Grangemouth has suffered the same plight. We have no voice, we have no say, and Westminster always get their way. Scotland is suffering from colonisation, thanks to those of a certain political persuasion. So you can fly your flag while theirs you burn, but we will always be outnumbered in every turn. So until the day we become united, Scotland will continue to be naught but blighted. So don't let this be just Grangemouth no more. While they rob our nation's oil from our shore, it's high time we evened up the score. Let's all tell Westminster, they are taking no more. So come all you Scots, time to get off your behind. It's Scotland's oil. Grangemouth is where it should be refined. That was from Charlie Robertson. Charlie Macaulay Robertson. The next one is